Hello everyone, my name is Imperius and welcome back to Eviternity II. Today we are doing map number 32, aka Secret Level 2, aka that dam level, aka the lightning electricity gimmick level, aka the one that Tristan absolutely fucking smashed out of the park because this level is amazing. What's it actually called? Charge. That's right. And we start off with a bit of a frantic kill zone here. We're killing all of the stuff that's coming out of the water. We're killing all the zombie men. It gives us a rocket launcher from the start, which is really nice. And a bit frantic, but you can see off to the right through the water. Maybe you caught it earlier. There it is, the big dam in the background. We will be coming back here quite shortly for a little non-secret secret. But for now, we're going to just blast on ahead, up the hill. The objective of this level is to slowly work your way up to the apex of the dam itself for one big final fight. And I say big final fight because if you look at that kill count bottom left, we are 2,701 enemies before any archviles or pain elementals or whatever else starts bringing in anything else. So first secret, press that switch, jump over here, get the Berserk pack. Probably could have left that for later, but I'll forget it if I don't pick it up now. And yeah, it's a big boy level, this one. This is the first seriously big level, and that 2,700 monster count is actually pretty well weighted towards the final fight. Like, I'd say maybe half of those enemies that are going to be in the final fight. It is a lot. We'll see as we get there. There's also quite a lot of zombie men and zombie men variants in this level, particularly on the Annihilate Me difficulty, which also does pad up that number a little bit. So one of the first, so there's quite a few changes to this level on Annihilate Me, certainly from the Ultraviolence RC5 version that I played. One of them is that there's a sniping revenant up on the hill up there. I could kill him because I just used the free look, but I'm not going to. I'll instead wait until I get up there to kill him. But I'm going to be mindful of his projectiles, and we're going to go inside this sort of first little area. Which, ooh, he bit me. Oh, he bit me again. Cheeky man. Keep an eye on the background. There's a tunnel in the background. I don't know if we're going to see it on this particular playthrough, but there we go. Oh, you just saw it. There was a golden cacodemon that sort of torpedoed itself across the background. We're going to see that a few more times, and it's going to come up later in the level as a bit of a mini-boss. Maybe it's a reference to something, I don't know, but it's pretty cool. This level is packed full of like weird Easter eggs and things that I feel are in-jokes that I just don't understand, but I really like it at the same time because it, I think it really helps to build out what the hell's going on in this level. Again, we'll see another example of that pretty soon. For now, what were we talking about? We're going to jump over here and get this blue armor. That's a secret. It also spawns a zombie men. So again, in this level, kills are secrets are tied to kills. Kills are tied to secrets. You know what I mean? But now we've actually been in that first area, we can go back to the very start, and there will be a teleporter lowered that brings us to a little secret hub. I don't think it's actually a secret. I think it's an Easter egg, but we'll find out in a second. It's not. It is just an Easter egg, I think. So you can come to this from multiple places, and we will come back here again. For now, everything's kind of closed off. Gives us a backpack, which I think we already had anyway. So kind of pointless, but at the same time, kind of cool. The closing walls there, that you might have seen that. That's a pretty cool effect again. Again, kind of pointless, but pretty cool. The fact that the enemies get crushed and then their like guts and stuff get spat out. I feel that the designers probably had quite a lot of fun creating this level. It's kind of wacky. Wacky, I think, is the right word for it. And I think that means that it suits the map 32 slot very well, because you always expect secret levels to be kind of wacky, and I think this one really nails it. If you look at the background again, when we go into here, you might see the golden cacodeme, and there it goes again. What's it doing? Where's it going? What's its motivation and agenda? These are things I can't answer, I'm afraid. But maybe one of the mappers will let us know down in the comments. That Pain Elemental, I think, is new for Annihilate Me. I don't remember him being there on Ultraviolence. So far, nothing massively different from Ultraviolence. It's mostly just more enemies and maybe a few tier placements. Like, I'm pretty sure the green Pinky Demons are actually pink Pinky Demons in Ultraviolence, or at least that's how I remember it. So just a few tier upgrade, nothing too much. We'll see a few more changes later. For this fight, I like to press that button, come around here, kill those guys. That's one chain gunner on Ultraviolence. And then the rest, I think, is the same. Again, the Arachnotron down there, it's one of those Astral Arachnotrons on Annihilate Me, but I think if I remember correctly, it is a normal Arachnotron on Ultraviolence. So again, just a few examples of where the tier of the enemy has been upgraded. And we're still doing pretty well for our armor, so obviously got that secret blue armor, so don't need the green one at the moment, but maybe if I remember it's there, it might be useful later on. I think those Revenants are new. They're the same. He's the same. A few more enemies out here, I think, than on Ultraviolence, but we've climbed through the first sort of structure. We're now one level higher. We're on our way to the top of the dam. And there's that Revenant we saw earlier on. We can kill him from there. The nice shot of the dam in the distance. Again, like, this level just has no business being as beautiful as it is. I really just do not have enough superlatives in my lexicon to give this level the justice that it deserves. This is probably one of, if not my favorite levels in the entire map set. Just because of the design, the way it plays, the sort of the build up to the end, the music as well. We haven't even talked about the music. This is some real absolutely banging music. It gets to a point where, like, there's a piano solo and it's just wild. So yeah, big fan of this one, in case you hadn't noticed. Right, now we're going to start another fight. Now this one is quite a bit more intense on Annihilate Me than Ultraviolence. It starts off with these Nightmare Demons, then there's some Captains that teleport in up on the ledges. They can be quite difficult to kill. It also comes more in waves from left and right, whereas that wasn't really the case before. So be careful not to blow ourselves up. I'm very conscious of Pinky Demons coming around the corner. And the volume of hit scanners here is way higher. And also, if you look, there's now 2 Cyber Barons that have come down. They are, again, Annihilate Me exclusive for this particular fight, as far as I recall. Now there is another one on the lift up there, but he does kill himself when he blows up those barrels. Or I'm going to blow the barrels up. There we go, and he's dead. So, if that one catches you unawares, it can be quite difficult. If you know what you're doing and you focus down the Spectres first, then I think it's not too bad. Now we're going to go up this lift. The barriers come up. One enemy will spawn in the middle. It's a Baron. It's a Baron on Ultraviolence as well, which slightly disappointed me that it wasn't something a bit more deadly on Annihilate Me, but it's a good little Tyson fight there. Cage fight with a Baron. And then we've got a couple Revenants at the top and a couple of Snipers, Corporals as well. So this one took quite a bit of practice, as in, like, I had to play through the level. It took me a long time to complete a Annihilate Me playthrough of the level with sort of saves, loads, and resurrects. But it wasn't really because it was, like, extra difficult. It was because there's just so much, like, going on, so many Easter eggs, so many, like, line deaths and triggers and things that it just took me a while to figure it all out. In terms of actual attempts, this is my second attempt, and I mention that very specifically because I'm going to include the outtake, maybe as like a short or a separate video, or maybe even on the end of this video. And I include an outtake of my first attempt because it was a really good attempt that I just completely self-sabotaged in quite a funny way in retrospect, although crushing at the time. So, yeah, no, I didn't struggle too much with this on Annihilate Me at all, really. On Ultraviolence, I think it took me a few attempts to get through that. I didn't quite understand the final fight for a while. But once I got the rhythm down on the final fight, I didn't struggle too much with this level on Ultraviolence. But it was certainly more of a learning curve on Ultraviolence than it was on Annihilate Me. On Annihilate Me, I kind of knew what I was doing, knew what the fights were going to be. It was just a little bit more difficult, and so it didn't actually take that much incremental effort to get it done on this difficulty. I did pick up a secret, or two secrets there actually, hopefully you caught those. One was a partial invisibility, and then one was when you lower the crate, it also lowers a wall, which allows you to drop down and get a soul sphere. Now we're up onto the next level. Again, you can see there's a lot of chaff enemies here, so I'm just gonna kill them dead. I'm gonna try and save some rockets, because I will need them. But it looks like we'll just have to make do with these ones. Listen to that piano solo, though. Someone is having way too much fun making this. Right, we gotta be a little bit careful around this corner because a Cyber Demon can get a line of sight on you. He's way off in the distance, but trust me, he can get a line of sight on you. And there's also a Cyber Baron, which I think is a regular Baron on Ultraviolence. And so we don't want to get hit by him. So I'm going to take it a bit careful. There's also a couple of Astrals around the corner. That's no different to Ultraviolence. Pretty sure they're there as well. At a distance, these things, pussycats. Right. Now, I will actually leave that area and come back. I don't want to progress too far down there because I want to try and contain where some of the zombie men are for a little bit later. Instead, we're going to run up this hill and we're going to come into this section from the back. Just because it gives us slightly easier to do it that way. Stuff can shoot you less. The alternative is to run through the middle, and then both sides can shoot at you, and you kind of got to push your way into one of the sides. It's just very, very, very minor point. We'll go kill that super Arachnotron. He'll take some rockets. Is he dead? He's dead. And then there's another one to the left up there. Again, I think they're both regular Arachnotrons on Ultraviolence. Is he dead? He's not dead. Come on. Now, we're going to kill all these zombie men. This will give us a nice place to pick up clips later on. Clips will be important because... Where's that Cyber Baron? Okay. Need to get out of there before a stray rocket hits me. Clips will be important later on because of the Perforator, which we're going to pick up in this level. It uses ammo, not cells, as we learned from map 31. A few more enemies to clear. We're not actually going to go this way just yet. We're just clearing it out from this side. I'm also going to maybe show you the gimmick of this level, because we haven't actually hit the gimmick yet, and that's this electric floor. It is instant death to you and everyone else. So do not stand on it. Instead, turn it off. And you can see there was the corpse of the Cyber Baron. He obviously stood on that electricity, which is why he is now a corpse. So I am going to use the chain gun here, although I do so begrudgingly because I really do want to save as much ammo as possible. And you can see top left there's a cyber demon in a floating platform who we will kill through the activation of a secret a little bit later on. So yeah, 10 secrets, and a lot of them are secrets within secrets as well. So there's not actually 10 things to find, it's more like 5 things to find, and then within those things there's like secrets within secrets. It all kind of gets a bit weird, wacky. Push that button. That will raise a platform, and I really need to get out of here because that cyber demon does have a line of sight on me. So that button that I pressed is hugely important. That button unlocks like 50% of the secrets in this level. It's kind of nuts. If you don't find that button, you're not going to find half the secrets. You're not going to find the perforator. You're not going to get half the kills. It's like that is a really important button. That was a low roll. That was good. Right, so we've cleared that out. I wanted to press that button, but like I said, we aren't going to go this way first. Instead, we want to loop back round, because now we've raised that. We pushed the button, that raised a platform that we can now jump over, or fall over, I should probably more accurately say, which will then get us more secrets. You'll see. It'll make sense shortly. For now, we're going to kill all of these zombie men. And again, I'm going to deliberately use the shotgun here, just to try and save on ammo. You do kind of want to still stay to the edge because, yeah, there's a super arachnotron there. He's got a good angle on me, but also that cyber demon is in the background, and you can never really be 100% sure that he doesn't have a line of sight on you. As soon as you start getting complacent, especially when you're walking around up here, a rocket will hit you. He's in the trees, so I'd suggest trying to stay close to the edge. You can even hear his rockets. Now do a jump over here, press this switch. That will lower the red key, and it will also kill the cyber demon. Although technically, the golden cacodemon did it for us. But that is a huge deal. Getting him killed is a big help for the level, and it's netted us the red key. We can also go into the water here for a soul sphere. It's well hidden, but helpful. Now, the red key opens a number of red doors that all take you into these sort of control room, you know, Silent Hill 2 Secret Dog Ending style control rooms. The music cuts, and that switch opens that door, the blast doors, which we'll go back to in a second. Go through to area 3. This will take you to a plasma gun, and this would take you out to the very first structure that you walked through back at the beginning of the level. So get the plasma. So we don't have to go out there. That one's broken. Don't know why. This shows clips from other levels and maybe even other map sets, I think. And then once you leave, the music starts again. So there's like a weird back rooms, control room thing going on. Again, I'm not going to pretend that I understand if there's some sort of deeper meaning to it. I just find it really cool. It's just there's just so much to sort of unpack about this level. Because now we're going to go through here, and it's going to get weirder. It's going to get way weirder. So first, another secret. Again, all from the red key, which is all from the button. We have to stop at this traffic lights to let the golden cacodemon past. To come through here, there's a room with like matching barrels. Don't know why. That one doesn't close. And then we come in here and it introduces us to another mechanic of the level, which is portals, because why not? And now we're going to have our mini-boss fight against the golden cacodemon. He's pretty deadly, but pretty easy. Just circle strafe and plasma. And he's dead. And he drops a yellow key, which is also in this area and is also a secret. Bear in mind, all of this spawns from pressing that button outside down by the cliff edge. So now we've got the yellow key, we'll go to the yellow door, and what's behind the yellow door? A massive pit. And the music cuts again. Like, I need to put a spoiler warning at the start of this. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't know, and I don't want to know as well. I'm just enjoying the sort of excited confusion that is taking over me. So you go through a portal. Again, I'm not really sure why that's there. To this secret room, which is like a big pit. And this is giving me like Half-Life, like actual Portal vibes. Like, I just don't understand this. And it gets even weirder because you've got to press this switch and then go through the portal and press this other switch within this time limit to lower the door. Why is any of this necessary? I don't know. Sealed since 1997. See, there's definitely some sort of deeper lore here that I just don't get. And one other thing I'd like to point out is that, look at that door. That is one giant stretched texture, which you might think that that's just lazy and sort of nonchalant of the mapper. But I guarantee you that's deliberate. And then behind it is just a tiny door. Why? Why have any of these things... This is like trying to answer the questions of the meaning of life. I don't know and I don't need to know. And then it turns out controlling all of this is a spider mastermind. Possibly the only spider mastermind in this world. I really do struggle to think what it is. And that control room 4 sign, by the way, is a secret door, which we'll have to come back to once we finish the final fight. So, like... I could spend like an hour explaining all of that in a bit more detail and probably still not get to the meat and potatoes of what's actually happening. Hopefully you were able to at least follow the steps there, even if you don't necessarily understand the whys. But the music is back on now. We're playing the game again. Where did they come from? Ah, they would have wandered up from the blue key arena, I think. Which is where we're going to go to next. Punch. Ooh, tough imp. Punch. Jibbed. And punch. Punch, punch. So we're now up to 9 secrets. The last secret is... Let me have a think about that. We'll get back to it. We've got to get the blue key first, which is in this little water cage fight over here. We'll just kill these imps first. This level, this fight is actually really different. Like, it's completely different to how I remember it on Ultraviolence. So I think they revamped this between RC5 and final release. I think it's better. But I mean, it was never that exciting to begin with. They've made it just slightly more exciting, I guess. There weren't these guardrails, and there weren't this sort of obvious flag that lightning kills monsters. But there were still cacodemons, and there were still pinkies, and there were still astrals. but there was like little platforms. Now, I mean, it's pretty trivial with the perforator, and there is, I think there's 2 astrals that come in over the horizon. I think there should be 2. There he is. So yeah, if you've got the perforator, pretty trivial. As it should be, really. I mean, this is a secret gun. We had to find a secret within a secret within a secret within a secret to get this. So I'm expecting good things once this, once we get this thing. We're still not even halfway through in terms of enemies. In terms of actual level, we are well over halfway. We've just got a couple big fights left to do, and then some Easter eggs and secrets to track down. So I'm going to save that Megasphere for now, because I've already got 162 health. We're going to press this switch. That's going to open the way to the main dam. And first thing we're going to do is run back up this corridor, which is now open. And we're going to fire as many rockets as we can into these green pinky demons, nightmare demons. These are all pinky demons on Ultraviolence. So this fight is actually a bit more tricky on Annihilate Me, because these things don't go down as quickly. I'm also getting shot in the back, which is bad, but we've got the perforator, so we can push through fairly easily, and I've got the plasma if I need it. But you can see, you can push through quite easily, quite reliably with the perforator, and we saved all those bullets, remember, here earlier, so we can restock if we need to. But the basic theory here is you push your way through, don't get sandwiched, and then you kill them all at your leisure, or leisure, from this side of the tracks where they don't sandwich you. Now, I was getting shot in the back. Those are by captains. There were corporals on Ultraviolence, so again, quite a big difference from the difficulty step up. But the fight is still principally the same. It's still getting shot in the back and sandwiched by demons. Just the what is it? The tier of them has been upgraded for this fight. Interestingly, the strategy I used on Ultraviolence was different. Because it was just pinkies, I actually did just stand in the middle and rocket them from both sides, and you can keep on top of them with just the rocket launcher. You can't really do that with the Nightmare Demons, because they take 2 rockets to kill, and they'll close the gap on you too quickly. So I think pushing your way through is the most reliable thing to do. Now, there's a ton of power-ups out here, so don't be shy about picking them up. There's also a ton of ammo out here, so don't be shy about using it. Just don't go too far to the bottom until things are all dead, because there are a couple of arch files on there. They're static, but you know what they're like. Once they start targeting you, they won't stop until you are barbecued. Yeah, you can see there's like 4 soul spheres. It's like a totally unnecessary level of soul spheres on this bridge. But it looks nice, and that's the main thing. Right, so here's the arch files. There's one on this side and there's one on the other side, and there's 2 timed switches as well. So we press one switch, and then we run back and press the other, and it'll open the door. The big blast door. Now, what's behind this big blast door is, again, quite different on Annihilate Me to Ultraviolence. There are a whole bunch of zombie men and 3 cyber demons. So we're going to restock our bullets, and then we're going to go to the perforator and just kill the cyber demons. Nice and easy. This would be a bit more tricky if you didn't have the perforator. But then I suspect it's probably been designed with the perforator in mind, because anybody who's playing Annihilate Me is probably going to have played Ultraviolence before, probably going to know what they're doing, probably a fairly optimized run. Because this difficulty is bonkers, and you wouldn't choose it blind. You shouldn't choose it blind, that's for sure. What's on the lift? A brand new enemy. And it's dead. The Archduke of Hell, I believe they're called. Grand Duke of Hell? Something like that. Very similar to the green ones that we saw in Ultraviolence, and we'll see in some of the later levels of this pack, but they go invisible when they teleport. No, they sort of go invisible when they're not attacking. Maybe there's a few frames where they walk where they're not invisible, but they tend to teleport around. Although I think that's just the sprite goes invisible. I don't think they actually disappear. I think you can shoot them when they're invisible if you can sort of figure out where they are. But they're quite a weak enemy. They're powerful but weak, which is a good balance that I like in these sort of monsters. Okay, back to the last secret then. 9 out of 10, you're wondering where it was. Well, it's over here. We saved it to now because I want to go into the final fight on 200-200, and it is a Mega Armor. There it is. Tag that box. That is all the secrets. But we're not done with Easter eggs, or non-secret secrets. So we've got a whole bunch of bullets. So 400 bullets, or ammo, 200-200 health and armor. We're in a very good position for the final fight. Now the final fight is a massive arena. It's filled with water, and there are some switches that turn on the electricity. It comes on for a few seconds, kills everything on the water, and then it passes. So the idea is you're not actually supposed to kill these monsters, you're supposed to use the environment to kill them as well. Something I really like. What we're going to do in the meantime though, we're going to stand here while the door lowers, because there's two archviles that see you. Like that might have... that's difficult to explain, it's painful to experience. But all of the enemies in the middle is like however many cyber demons and archviles. They all die when you push the water switch. Now in Ultraviolence you can take your sweet time and press that switch. On Annihilate Me, two archviles are already looking at you, so you've got to act fast. So the idea here, the first wave is just imps. So these come in waves. They come from the waterfalls, they come in waves. We are going to press the switch shortly, once the next wave starts to come in a bit more. Once we've got a critical mass, because it is on a timer, it does take a little bit of time to recharge. You can see that there's green lights around the arena that's fully stacked. You'll see when it resets, those go down. So I think we're at a good point now. We're going to press the switch. Missed it. There we go. Wait till the water goes non-electric again, and then we can start running around in circles again. And you'll see the green bars are slowly filling up as we walk around for the next charge. Now it's important, on Annihilate Me at least, that you don't press the switch as soon as it becomes available. You want to have a delay so that you can sort of desync the waves of enemies coming in. That means that you tend to have one ready to go as soon as all the hard enemies come in the third wave. So now we're going to press it straight away, and we actually kill a lot of really bad stuff that we would have otherwise had to survive against for a little bit more time if we had done a true 3-cycle press of the electric. As it stands now, we actually don't need that final charge, although we will still use it, I suspect. And the levels is now pretty much free. Barriers come down, there's some sort of sniping Arachnotrons in the background, we can kill them. I would say that the Perforator doesn't make that much of a difference to this fight. I think you can do this fight quite comfortably with Plasma. It's just that this is more fun to use and a little bit more of a panic button. The thing is, if you miss your shot with the Perforator when you're trying to run around, you're kind of fucked because it's got quite a long delay on it in terms of its recharge time. So I don't think you necessarily need it. It's more of a nice to have. And we're not going to take any risks here because these things will kill us very quickly if we let them. We'll just go around them nicely. And there we go. One more enemy left. I think it is a Mancubus at the exit. Unless he's in fort and has died. No, it's a Cacodemon up here. Where's he gone? There he is. And he's dead. So that's all the kills, all the secrets. And we could stop there, but there's a pretty big Easter egg in this level that I do still want to show off. So I'm just going to go through here. We could exit now, but I think you actually need to come into this room to trigger a door to open. So we're going to rewind. And we're going to go back to the place where we saw the Spider Mastermind down in Control Room 4. Past the tiny door behind the giant door in the pit that we had to teleport 2 switches to open, which was down another really long pit, which was behind a yellow door, which is behind a Golden Cacodemon mini-boss, which was behind a red door. No, which was open from a control room, which was behind a red door, which was accessible from a secret red key that you got from pressing a button out in the open area. I mean, simple, right? And yeah, no music in here. Again, it really adds to the atmosphere. Like there's this great tension and atmosphere in here, and I just I really do enjoy it. So yeah, now this is open and it takes us to the sort of secret hub again. There's a few ways you can get here, but this is the sort of full open version. So you come through here, you can press this switch, and it all opens up. And yeah, there's this lovely little outdoor cinema here, which is really nice. DB 1931 to 2022. That's absolutely beautiful. And yeah, we take Teleporter D back to this fight. And now we take the exit. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is map 32. What the hell was that? That was incredible. I hope you enjoyed watching that, because I really enjoyed playing this. I enjoyed playing it, and I enjoyed practicing it. I enjoyed finding all of the secrets. And big props to Tristan and Guardsoul for this one. That was absolutely fantastic. But yeah, that is enough rambling. If you haven't played it yourself, go play it. I can't recommend it enough. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.